pa pa pa, eya, eya, pa pa pa, eya,
Hey there, everybody. Welcome to Your Views Locally Florida. I am so glad you are joining us today as we kick off this new show that explores the pulse of Florida's lifestyle scene. My name is Tori, and I am beyond excited to be your host as we dive in to the must-see places and stories that make this state a hub of excitement. First, a little about me. I'm a wife, online creator, business owner, and spokesperson from the Gulf Coast who loves creating lifestyle content and visiting new places. I'm a Southern girl at heart who graduated with a fine arts degree from the University of South Alabama. When I'm not creating content on social media, I'm serving as creative director for the media company my husband and I founded, Cacti Palm Productions. I also host the Contagious Victories podcast, where I hear from other business owners and share positivity on my blog, Once Upon a Tory. In my free time, I love playing the ukulele, capturing the world on my camera, and hanging with my two adorable dogs, Daisy and Twyla. The Gulf is where I was born and raised, and I am obsessed with the beautiful beaches, amazing coastal culture, and the delicious food that our Emerald Coast is known for. That's why I'm here to bring all of that to you. So thank you for joining the fun today. Now, let's get into our very first episode. Coming up on Locally Florida, we'll be talking to Margaret-Anne West from Fiesta, Pensacola to hear about the Pensacola Seafood Festival that's taking place in a few weeks. Later, we'll have Dave Deliman on to discuss Cox Community Events. Then we'll wrap up with some music from Radio Live from their featured artist, the Krickets. It's going to be an eventful episode. Are you ready for it? Stay tuned.
TikTok is destroying teens' mental health. Find out why and what to do about it. Short-form content kicks our brains into overdrive to chasing dopamine, the brain chemical that goes wild when we expect a reward. And every time you chuckle at a TikTok, it's more dopamine. Even swiping past a dull moment keeps the dopamine flowing. This makes them struggle to focus on tasks requiring sustained attention, like reading or studying, basically anything that isn't moving too fast.
And even in adolescents and teenagers, that frontal lobe is not really fully developed till about age 25. So the frontal lobe deals with our planning, objectivity, critical thinking skills, executive functioning, objectivity, our personality. Our brain operates on a use it or lose it principle. What we do repeatedly, our experiences, create longer, stronger pathways. So if I'm getting used to a 30-second learning bite, then I'm creating a pathway to where that becomes longer and stronger.
Social media giants are taking notice, sort of. Platforms like TikTok are tossing in the occasional tip, urging teens to take a break. And over on YouTube Shorts, if you're under 18, they're turning off the autoplay feature and throwing in reminders to go outside. But here's the thing. These platforms are businesses, and the more we scroll, the more cash flows in. So here's the solution. All right, so for younger kids, tap into the built-in screen time settings. And for the older teens, communication is golden. Discuss healthy boundaries and help them navigate and even review the screen time together. And of course, worst case scenario, you can always set household screen time limits on all the devices. In your house, on the device and Wi-Fi that you're paying for. Remember, it's not about tech taking control, it's about us taking charge. So let's reclaim our focus and guide our teens towards a balanced digital journey.
Welcome back. I am here talking with Margaret-Anne West, who is the event director at Fiesta, Pensacola, and we are going to talk about all of the wonderful events that y'all do for the Emerald Coast. Welcome, Margaret.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, now that you're here, can you tell us a little bit about the Fiesta Pensacola events and everything that they have coming up?
Yes, well, Fiesta Pensacola, we are celebrating our 75th anniversary this year. We have been doing events across Escambia County and the Emerald Coast for many, many years now. And right now we have over 40 community events throughout the year.
Wow, that is amazing that y'all do so much, and it sounds like a good time. Well, out of those 40, which one's your favorite?
It is. Well, I can't obviously choose one, but if I had to, my favorite smaller event that we do would be our Fiesta Children's Treasure Hunt, which is a free community event that we host in April. Free lunch, a scavenger hunt, prizes, games, face painting, dancing. It's a great time.
That sounds like a fun family event.
Yes, definitely.
Now, a little bit more about Fiesta Pensacola. Tell me what y'all's mission is and how y'all are involved.
So 75 years ago, Fiesta was founded to promote tourism and celebrate the heritage of Pensacola. A lot of people don't know that Pensacola was actually America's first settlement. St. Augustine claims it because they are the longest running settlement, but Pensacola was actually founded first. We were just unfortunately blown away by a hurricane. So Fiesta was founded to celebrate our founding by Don Tristan DeLuna in 1559, and we have been celebrating Pensacola ever since.
Well, that's certainly something to have a fiesta about.
Oh yes, definitely.
Well, I know in a couple of weeks you have an event coming up, and it sounds like a really tasty one. Can you tell me a little bit about what we're going to be celebrating here in just a few weeks?
Yes, our 47th annual Pensacola Seafood Festival. This year it's sponsored by the Pensacola Ice Flyers, so we're joining two community favorites, the Pensacola Ice Flyers and Seafood, together for an amazing event. It is going to be a 3-day long festival, September 27th through 29th in downtown Pensacola, Seville Square, Fountain Park, and Bartram Park.
Well, I know that y'all have some not just awesome seafood dishes, but you're going to have some really fun music there as well. Tell me who the headliners are.
Yes, we have a packed entertainment lineup Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Our headliner for Friday is going to be the Original Wailers. Saturday is the Molly Ringwalds, and Sunday is Drivin' and Cryin'.
Well, those all sound like fun events and fun acts to go and see. I've seen the Molly Ringwalds before, and they're really good. And then, oh my goodness, the Original Wailers?
The Original Wailers. We're so excited to have them.
How cool to have them down here, and what a perfect event for them to be playing at. I mean, who doesn't love seafood and good music? That's like the best.
Right.
Well, I know that there's going to be a ton of restaurants involved.
Yes.
Can you tell me what your favorite dish that you're looking forward to at the Seafood Festival is going to be?
Thankfully, it's a 3-day festival, so I don't have to pick just one. But if I had to pick one, we're excited. The Fish House is coming back with their famous Grizzayaya. Sons of Italy is coming back with their famous shrimp scampi. We have 40+ local restaurants coming to be in our Gulf to Table area, our Alkany's Alley area, our food vendors, our food trucks, and there really is something for everybody. Even if seafood isn't your gig, we have cheeseburgers and funnel cakes and ice cream, so please come out. We have something for everybody.
All right, foodies, this is your event, so you want to make sure to put this one on the calendar.
Yes.
Can you tell us again what those dates are, and then where to go if people want to go ahead and buy tickets? Or tickets, how do they go about doing that?
Well, actually, it's free, so you don't have to buy tickets. Yes, the only thing you'll be buying is the amazing things from the arts and crafts vendors as well as our food vendors. But for more information, you can visit fiestapensacola.org or PensacolaSeafoodFestival.com, as well as following us on social media, Facebook and Instagram at Fiesta Pensacola.
All right, well, what I'm hearing is free event, awesome music, over 40 restaurants with amazing Gulf Coast cuisine, and it's family friendly. So there's going to be arts and crafts and things for the kids to do. This is a great event, Pensacola, so come on down, and if you need more information, we're going to have it all right there on the screen. And once again, Margaret-Anne, will you tell us what your handles are for social media and then that website one more time?
Yes, at Fiesta Pensacola on Facebook and Instagram, and then PensacolaSeafoodFestival.com and FiestaPensacola.org.
Awesome. Well, my mouth is already watering. I'm super excited for this event, and I'm so glad that you came on to tell us about it. And we hope that everyone who's watching goes to this upcoming event and checks out all the other events that Fiesta Pensacola offers throughout the entire year. All right, viewers, don't go anywhere. We're going to be talking to Dave Deliman from Cox Communications about the upcoming community events, and then later we're going to hear Radio Live's music featuring the Krickets. So stay tuned.
Jazz and blues, country and rockabilly, Cajun and bluegrass. The roadmap of Louisiana's musical culture is filled with many twists and turns. Twists and turns that make it like no other. There are many winding routes an artist can travel before finding their home in Louisiana roots music. For many, the beat came from the street themselves, by playing on the streets and being empowered by the music's energy.
It's just one of our natural resources, and when it's out in the open like that, in the open air, everybody gets a taste of it, and people can get started playing the music.
After you.
These are young and skillful musicians that don't appear regularly at festivals. Their music is real and heartfelt. They are the Buskers.
Busker, is someone that is a professional musician, but is also professionally broke.
Once a year, the Abita Springs Opry and the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival and Foundation bring busking off the streets and into the spotlight.
The Abita Springs Buskers Festival is one of a kind.
At the Trailhead Museum, this festival presents the roots of busking like no other.
The musicians that play the Buskers Festivals are people that you see when you're walking down the street.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
The organic nature of this music has struck a chord with audiences, and the popularity of this family-friendly fest has grown each year, so much so that now the event is live-streamed on WWOZ, one of the top 5 radio stations in the U.S. and the guardians of the groove here in Louisiana. These buskers have become the caretakers of the craft.
It's just about the soul and spontaneity, which goes well with this type of music.
These buskers and their festival are not only preserving the musical roots of Louisiana, they're living it, making sure that Louisiana remains a place where the music is too big and too strong to be kept only inside. Here, music's joy will always overflow and spill into the streets.
And you realize that everything is happening here.
Welcome back to Locally Florida. Our next guest is the Gulf Coast market leader, David Deliman. Welcome to the show.
Good to be here. Thanks for having me today, and congratulations on this first episode of Locally Florida for Cox.
Thank you so much. I know it's a good episode to be debuting on and have you as a guest.
Without a doubt.
Now, I know that festival season is among us. We just talked to Margaret-Anne West from Fiesta Pensacola, and I know that Cox is really committed to being involved in the community. Can you tell me a little bit about what that commitment looks like?
Sure, without a doubt. So that we have our 126-year-old family-owned company, and so what we really pride ourselves on is giving back to the communities we serve and really being involved in each of the communities. And that it comes in the form of charitable donations, making sure we support philanthropic organizations in the community. Just last year alone, Cox gave more than $2 million of cash and in-kind support to local nonprofits here in the Northwest Florida area. So we're super excited about that. But part of that also comes in terms of sponsorships, being out there in the community, being at the events, being where people are, supporting the community events that are important to our customers and the residents in Northwest Florida.
Well, I know that they are glad to have you be involved in all of those events. Now, I just heard about the Seafood Festival. What other specific festivals can we expect to see the Cox name at?
Well, you know, you're from around this area, so you know this is really festival season. It's one of my favorite times of the year here in Gulf Coast. So much to do every single weekend. So we've heard about the Pensacola Seafood Festival, obviously a big event. Cox is proud to play a part in that. Also coming up is the Destin Seafood Festival, and we're going to have some really fun games and activities there. You're going to have a chance to see the Cox mobile activation there. We'll have some fun games where you can win some prizes, learn more about Cox's mobile service, so that'll be really fun. Of course, the Great Gulf Coast Arts Festival is one of our favorite events that comes up in early November here in the Gulf Coast market, and it's also at the same time as the Blue Angels Homecoming Air Show. Obviously, it draws thousands of people to the Navy base in Pensacola every single year. Cox has had a presence out there for a long time. We love being a part of that event. This year, we're stepping it up a level, again, just to make sure people have that really great fan experience for all the days of the air show out on the Navy base.
Well, what else do you think that pulls Cox to these events, other than it just being wanting to, you know, get back into the community and get that name out there, mission-wise? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, without a doubt. So Cox's core giving areas, we're really focused on youth and education. How can we help youth get have better education, better resources out there? How can we help bridge the digital divide? How can we make sure students have access to the internet? So we use these activities and events out there to help people understand, hey, what are the different affordable income programs that are out there to help them get online? So you'll see a lot of that. We're out there definitely promoting Cox's mobile services services. But we're also focused on diversity initiatives, making sure we're representative of all different aspects of our community. So you'll see us at a lot of different kinds of events. And we're also focused on environmentalism and sustainability. That's very important for the Cox family. Obviously, that's a big issue for us here in the Gulf Coast area. And so you'll see us at a lot of different environmental events as well, trying to make a difference in keeping Earth a very healthy, happy place for all of us.
Absolutely. So I hear the main focus on not just communication, but also giving back, also making sure that people know that Cox has multiple different facets, from mobile to television to communication, and then also just being involved and being partnered with local businesses and helping that way through sponsorships, through nonprofit organizations. So I think that's great that we're so involved and that there's a way for our local residents to continue to see the involvement throughout the whole year, not just during festival season, as you said.
Without a doubt. So we do sponsorships of all kinds of events throughout the year. We've got our online giving portal, ccigiving.com, where nonprofits can go on to apply for different sponsorships. They can apply for support for these different events. We have another employee campaign called Cox Charities, where our employees actually donate money to give back to the community, and then they help decide the nonprofits or education institutions where those monies go. So it really is in our blood here at Cox of giving back to the community. Part of our mission overall at Cox Enterprises is empowering people today to create a better future for tomorrow, and we really try to live and breathe that every single day here.
Well, that's definitely communicated.
Yes.
I think
Good.
so. Well, if we want to go online to find out more about all of the events and how they can give back, whether you're an employee or just a resident of the community, where can we go online to find out more?
So the best place to go is just our website, www.cox.com. So that will get you all the different information about our products, services, but also about our community outreach as well. But specifically for the nonprofits that are out there, if you're interested in getting Cox support for your event, I would encourage you to go to ccigiving.com, because that's where we take all of our online sponsorship applications.
Thank you so much, David, for coming on our first episode of Locally Florida. We really appreciated hearing from you. All right, viewers, don't go anywhere, because coming up, we're going to hear some music from the Krickets. Stay tuned. All right, now it's the segment that we've all been waiting for. We're going to hear from Radio Live's featured artist, the Krickets.
Sitting on the banks of the Magnolia River, trying to figure out which way I should go. I could head upstream to the cool springs, on the bottom of a bottomless cold. If I head downstream on the Swing River, I'll eventually end up in the warm weeks bay. Who's to say which way is better? The decision's mine at the end of the day. Cool, cool waters take me home to the world to leave me alone. Cool, cool waters let me roam. Cool, cool waters take me home, take me home. Save my soul and do exactly as I'm told, but you know that ain't the way that I'm wired. I'll follow my heart through the shadows in the dark, 'cause the sun will shine on my back someday. Cool, cool waters take me home to the world to leave me alone. Cool, cool waters let me roam.
Thanks for tuning in. It's been a great show today. I'm Tori, and don't forget to keep it locked on Locally Florida for more local can't-miss events and local music. Until next time.
Ba ba ba, ay ya, ooh ba ba ba, ay ya.